This week's weekly roundup. There's a lot of exciting stuff this week, both from GW and from other gaming, a lot of other gaming companies are putting out some really cool stuff. Starting out with GW, as I always tend to do, because GW is where I started. We've got the new Killteam arena going on pre-order this week. That's really awesome. If you haven't had a look at it, I suggest you do so. Got a little better picture there. A lot more moving and shooting. Promises to be a much more fast-paced game. Will be interesting to see how it goes. It looks like they're making it a bit more Necromunda based. In addition to that, obviously we've got two more box sets going up this week. For starters, we have the Killteam box set for Genestealers. For the Genestealer cults, which are Starn's disciples. As we can see, it's an awesome little box set. It comes with a lot of cool models, a lot of awesome stuff. Starn himself is a new type of Genestealer, which is, where are we, a Kellamorph. And the Genestealer box set also promises to have the rules to use Kellamorphs in 40k. So it's got some awesome stuff in it. In addition to that, it's got some brand new stuff in it as well. You've got some great models, some great tactics. You've got, where are we? You've got Starn himself with his 3 guns. Very much in the style of a Western sharpshooter. Mordecai Keel, who's like a slave runner. Couple of big bad boys there with... Sorry. Couple of bad boys there with industrial machinery. This guy here is Gorbus. Sorry, where are we? This guy is Skirdesh, who dishes out 4 attacks at strength 5. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. And again, another big bad boy there with some heavy industrial machinery, which is very much a theme with Genestealer cults at the moment. Got some great tactics on this one. The Colony Room allows you to set guys up once they've gone. Hidden Lair allows you to use the little portal hatch, the little hatches you get in these games in Killteam to disappear and then reappear somewhere else. So some awesome stuff there. We've also got the Theta 7 Acquisitus. There you go. Which is the much promised Skitari or Adeptus Mechanicus kill set. Got some awesome characters, some awesome weaponry. Yeah, you've got the main tech priest there with a lot of awesome stuff. There is a certain sameness to the guys, but that's kind of what you expect from a Skitari kill team. Their rules, however, are very unique, each one having a bunch of awesome stuff with it. In addition to that, you get some fantastic scenery with the Skitari box set. Let me just scroll down. Yep, and then again we've got this one, which is the Sector Frontier, very kind of Wild West looking there, whilst at the same time being very Skitari. They've got, the reason I'm saying it's Wild West looking, and it really isn't, is because they've done a great little YouTube video which is very Wild West themed, sharpshooters and everything, and that's really quite nifty. So there's a lot of stuff coming out for Killteam. We've had the confirmation of the Genestealer Cult Codex, so that's going to be coming out soon. We've seen a lot of special characters and a lot of vehicles coming out for it in the past few weeks and months. And this week's no exception. The Achilles Ridge Runner, a fantastic looking vehicle. At the moment, I have to say, I think whilst a lot of the vehicles I'm getting for players like me are getting for the new Primaris Marines were cool, most of the awesome vehicles seem to be running with the Genestealers. You've got a flare launcher at the back. You've got this big cannon. Oh, get out of it! This big cannon at the front, and random side note: another female Genestealer model. Some people are wondering why they're focusing so much on the female models. It's because of the massive sausage fest that the last 30 odd years have been. There's always been a shortage of female models that weren't either weird sexualized guys or Slanesh titty demons. And having female models that just look like a woman who's also fighting people is actually something new and really appeals to the female demographic, which I think we can all agree we could use some more. We could use a broader base of players. It's perfectly fine playing guys, but in terms of game survival, if nothing else, if you ignore 50% of the population, you're going to struggle to survive. Plus, some of the nastiest, most vicious players I know happen to be women. And I like to play proper nasty players sometimes. Yeah. Also, we've got some fantastic stuff from Forge World. Gordon's alive! We've got Adeptus Custodes with wings. They're looking really, really good. I'm just going to go and show you some better pictures of those from the Forge World website itself. Combined with a lot of the other stuff, it does mean that we've got... come on, load up, you slow thing. It does mean you've got a significant amount of Forge World models that look really, really good. Nope. I literally... Just trying to get some better pictures for you. While that's loading up, they've also been bringing out quite a few army deals. You've got a few footages, but you can see there with the jet bikes, with the skimmers, and with all the cool things that Forge World have got. You've got some really awesome models going on there, and you've got the possibility of running, if not a completely airborne force, then a force that is very rapid and very fast and very capable. Let's get that 360. Come on, do your silly spin thing. Boom, 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 boom. I just want to show you the rear view of this. Because if you look at it from the side there, I think a lot of... come on. As usual, I have trouble getting the camera focus. But if you look at the side, and I advise you do that, I advise anyone who's a player of 1,000 Suns to do that, because with the Hawks and Eagle effect, it has a really, really nice sort of Horus Egyptian look, meaning with a little conversion, if you're looking for jump troop raptors for 1,000 Suns, these guys, they're an expensive way to do it, but they'll look really, really nice. So yeah, this is another model that's going to be fantastic, fantastically useful for multiple areas. Again, we've got that. We've got the. Let's see if I can get a better picture, because you can't really see what I'm trying to show you there. Right. Oh, you little bugger! Well, that hasn't helped. That helped nothing. Oh well, I'm not gonna bother. It has the same attachment to the base that we were getting with the Primaris Jump Pack Marines, and we've been seeing with a lot of the Jump Pack Marines, meaning that it is a little awkward to put together, but it's what GW seems to be going for now, and it does leave you freedom to make some really cool models. So that's primarily what GW and Forge World are bringing out at the moment. However, there is yet more. In their new coming soon thing, we've got some fantastic new Night Lord models, which, frankly, are some of the best looking models I think they've come out with yet, with the possible exception of these Loyalist Terminator Blood Angels. We've got some there's some awesome models there. I know at least one person who watches this channel will be excited by that. As always with Forge World, you're paying a premium, but you're getting stuff that really looks worth it. And finally, a termite driller, or in this case, an Ordinatus Actaeus, which is basically it's another supermassive tank. the name apparently translates roughly into massive death drill. So something else awesome and cool coming out there from Forge World. In addition to that, I'm just going into a quick look in this. You may have seen, if you're interested in conversions of that, you may have seen Puppets of War coming out with a lot of stuff recently. They've come out with a lot of awesome heads that you can swap onto your guys, giving you Roman or Greek Legion effects. So there's some really nice stuff for conversions there. Totally advise checking their website out. The Greek ones look cool, but frankly, you've got skull ones, but the ones that, strange enough, excite me the most are the barefaced Praetorian ones. Not necessarily for the reason you'd expect, but rather because if you get a look at those bad boys, that is totally Hulk from Planet Hulk. Yeah, if you've watched Thor Ragnarok, that looks amazing. And the idea of converting Terminators into mini Hulks just really excites me, and I wanted to share that with you. On a slightly related note, just moving from one page to another. Get on. For all the Imperial Guard players out there, Warlord have always been a fairly solid source of conversion bits for units, particularly to people like Praetorian players who are looking for those helms. They're basically doing what they call a demobilization or a demob of Wave 1. So if you've been waiting to do any orders, I really suggest you go over and check out their website and see what they're getting rid of. Basically, they're getting rid of a lot of their older and wackier stuff because Warlord have a huge range. So if you're an Imperial Guard player who's been, had it in the back of his head that he's going to do a specific, like a Scottish Imperial Guard unit or a Zulu Imperial Guard unit or something like that, I really suggest you go over and check out their webpage and see what they're getting rid of before they get rid of what you like. And that segues into another related note. Warlord have brought out another fantasy game. For any of you familiar with Warlord, they're really good at the large scale games, and since GW retired Warhammer Fantasy Battle, there has been a hole in the market, and there have been a lot of people trying to take it over. GW tried to sort of have a similar thing with Age of Sigmar, but even they themselves said that's not the same game. It doesn't play the same way. It doesn't have the same feel. Fantasy Flight brought out Rune Wars, which was a good game. It just didn't seem to hold the public interest. Of course, we've also got Ninth Age, which is an independent book, which is pretty much like a ninth ed of Warhammer Fantasy Battles, which allows a lot of people to use whatever models and play Warhammer Fantasy Battle, particularly people who've got a bit old, big armies they want to keep using. But as we all know, if you've not got a live support game with models and all that, a game can struggle. So a lot of people have been vying for that. Warlord's latest attempt to fill that slot is a game called Warlords of Erewon. Bit of an awkward name, but we can see it's got a nice solid. Here we go. Picture. It's got a nice solid 30-pound rulebook with a special edition model that comes with it. I haven't read the rules, but having seen so many Warlord games, the rules are going to be solid. The rules are going to be well done, and the sculpts are going to be good. The only difference you might find is they're going to be more like true scale Marines. True scale models, as opposed to what you're used to with 40k, where 40k and Warhammer and Games Workshop all tend to be what we call heroic scale, which means the hands are bigger, the heads are bigger. They tend to look more hulking and meaty. Whereas with these guys, you're probably going to, as you can see here, you've got some cool guys. Anyone who's a Harryhausen fan will recognise this as being very reminiscent of the Jason and the Argonauts models. I really hope they got the copyright for that. We've got a nice Orc Horde going there, and again you can see they've got some big guys and some small guys. I'm just gonna, yeah, you've got a massive great leader there, and you've got hordes of little guys that will smash and destroy. They spread them out, but I don't know whether they're going to be going for movement bases or not, but I should imagine there's going to be at least the possibility of movement bases. And where are we? And there's one last force which I'm just trying to get to. There you go. The Barbarian Star Set. Now that looks like they've lifted quite a few models from their historical range, but frankly, who doesn't like a mad kill or two? Whether the game is any good, only time will tell. But certainly, if you want good value for money, the Barbarian Star Set gives you, for 56 quid, you're getting 61 infantry. Let's go back up. There we go. The rulebook's only 30 quid. The Hydra's Teeth set is £50, and that has 91 models in it. So you're looking at a lot of really good models there, and a lot of really nice stuff there. The Orc set, £50 with a similar model count. So if you're a fan of the old fantasy battle, that might be something worth looking at. It certainly looks very exciting to me, but then again, everything Warlord does looks very exciting to me. When it comes to making games, they're just really good at rule sets. As I say, currently their ship game Cruel Seas is just being played in a lot of game clubs around the country, and a lot of people are really excited by it. Mostly because there's a bit of a dearth of ship games at the moment, but also because it's well written, well done, and a lot of fun to play. So that looks really good. And that's mostly it for this week, guys. I'm just going to double check and make sure I haven't missed anything, because that's the state I'm in at the moment. You might notice I've got a bit of a frog in my throat and I'm a bit coldy. Yeah, there's not much else. Corvus Belli, we've been through most of the releases. They're basically running through what's coming out this month again with their newsletter. So a lot of cool stuff, but nothing we haven't already been through. Still being excited by the Ariadne pack. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it showed you something that maybe you haven't seen before, or brought some information to your attention. I'm looking to improve this by signing up to more newsletters, getting more scope and range of various different game sets and what's coming out. If you've got a game set or a game system that I'm not following, please feel free to post it in the links. I'll look into it and see if I can sign up to a newsletter, get any information I can from various places about it, and present it to you in next week's roundup. Have a nice day, guys. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Not sure why, but I am. So if you like it, see me there, and please tell your friends. Thanks very much. Bye.